I'm so darn lucky. I was lucky getting through it. I've been very lucky. And numerous times in my work as a fireman, my biggest stroke of luck was meeting Paula.
What's speed? Speed's war. What does that mean?
Well, George was really a fast runner, and that was the nickname that the other soldiers gave him. He was called Speed, and so we were trying to come up with the title of the book, and so George, I can't remember, there was something else he wanted, but anyway, we decided on Speed's War. So that's what he was, George Reed, George Speed Reed it was called. So, thanks. Are there any other immediate questions? Yes.
What was that on his lap?
Oh, he had a scrapbook that he was looking at, that he had brought out to show me with some pictures in it. There was some, there was a telegram that he sent to his mother as soon as he was released. It was actually in the North Shore newspaper that he had been released from this prison camp and was coming home, and things like that, and other things from his military days. Any other immediate questions?
When did you film this?
I think it was probably about 6 years ago.
That was all done in one take, or?
Yes, it was all done in one take, but obviously it's been edited. And from the film, if you are interviewing people, I've done a lot of interviewing in my life, and I'll tell you the biggest tip I can tell you, you might have noticed there where sometimes he pauses. Let people do that. Don't jump in. Ask them a question. And sometimes what they're doing is thinking about it, and the interviewer can feel kind of nervous, or I've got to say something, and they may be just kind of thinking about what the answer is. And I teach interviewing, and you see people, new interviewers do that all the time. So
It was tough to say something after filling his face, right?
yeah, exactly. But especially, and George was well up in his 80s when I took that, and you could see he had some lapses there. The regimental sergeant major was saying, do you want a special invitation? And he couldn't quite, bring up the words. So the things like that, even you have to allow for that.
Was it something that he generally spoke about? Or was it something that he did talk about or did not talk about?
He did not talk about it until he started, doing this. But what he had done, I'll just ask, does anybody want to go for a quick break before we sort of jump into that part of the workshop? Or people have been going here, okay, should we just trudge ahead? Okay.